뭘? Okay. The most glorious life possible. So, question is, 그거 보러, 지금 충전하고 있네. 네. 네. 이거 Toyota Sienna 박수. So the question is, what is the most glorious life possible? Life of hanging out with your kid, exploring, not being employed by anybody else, just being self-employed, spending all day just going on adventures and having fun, being in the direct sunlight, nice natural light seems to be quite wise. So, I don't know, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, the most glorious life is, just don't have a job. If someone else is paying your salary, it doesn't mean you're Tim Cook, CEO of Apple. You still SLAVE, Slave, right? And I think it's 네, 아니 뭘 뿌리고 있네. 네. And also a simple thing, it's mostly via negative, right? Just don't have a phone, don't have an iPhone. I mean, even for me, the only reason I have it is I actually went 2 years without a phone. That was the best thing I did for my brain, creativity, and turbo thinking philosophy of all time. The only reason I got a phone now is, me and Steve, we got a kid, call for emergencies or FaceTime. So actually the idea, 오케이, 우리 저로 가자. 그러죠? 오케이, 이거 들고 갈래? 오케이, 아빠가. So yeah, actually the ideal then is not own a phone, or a lifestyle in which having a phone is optional, not required. Also a thought that I have too is 아저씨가 청소해주고 있네. If you just need to be contactable, maybe it's better to just get an Apple Watch with the cellular. Just don't even have a phone. Okay, 거기 가서 놀래? Okay. 하늘이. Bus ramp. 이거 봐. 하늘이 이거. Zoom. Okay. Cause it's so funny, cause a lot of people, it's look how happy he is. A lot of people, they think the purpose of life is to just become super duper rich, become a billionaire, whatever. Feed your kids bacon. Yep. Honey, 맘마 먹을래? 네. 같이 뭐? 네, 잘 먹었어요. Okay. Also, the upside of taking your kid to the park and having Lululemon less tray shorts. Big ass pockets, so you always have the food in the front right pocket. Also, Ricoh GR3X digital camera, Air Camera Strap Mark II. And I'm recording this on the GoPro Mini, 1080p, 24 FPS. GoPro Mini is the new GOAT. So yeah, I think it's the important thing is to live the most glorious life possible, life of maximal physicality. Any life in which you're required to sit indoors or be static is kind of not a good life. Doesn't matter if you're a programmer at Amazon making $1.2 million a year. If you still have to check your email, then it's not the most glorious life possible. And even Jony Ive, shout out to him for having the guts to piece out of Apple, start his own thing. And I think it's actually a good idea, because as long as Jony Ive was still employed by Apple, he could not have full, true creative freedom. And actually, hilariously enough, that's actually what the highest human good is freedom. Freedom of time, activity, energies, etc. And even the reason I'm thinking about even starting my own Monster Story. If you want to enroll your kids into the EK Monster Stories, shoot me an email at eric@erickim.com. I'll make your kids into little self-sufficient Spartan boys and girls. And I think also one of the big upsides of having a kid is a lot of it. I think child rearing, it's kind of like the experimentation that if I was a kid again, how would I want to be raised is typically my philosophy behind things. And it's very simple. It's like the best way to raise your kid is just like treat your kid how you wish you were treated as a kid, or don't do unto your kid that you wish you weren't done onto's, right? Also, another thing why it's good to be a judgmental parent when you're observing the parenting of others, it's a good via negativa thing where you kind of see other kids being raised by other people's, and you discover what you do not want your kids to do. So for example, YouTube is the devil. Never install it on your phone. Just don't even have the app on your phone. If your kid's already addicted to it, just uninstall that shit and just fucking let them watch videos of themselves instead. It's also a good thing, I think, with kids. Offer them alternatives. If they don't like one thing, just offer them alternative. 한입 신났어요. 네, 고기. 한입 고기. 네, 한입 고기님. 고기. 싫어 아직? Okay. Also, hilariously enough, with kids, it's kind of like a brute force approach. Seems to be wise. You just gotta try a quadrillion times. Just gotta brute force it to get anything done. Okay. 들어갈래? Okay, 물. So you just kind of have to brute force strength things and stuff like that. And yeah, so I think the most glorious life possible: self-employment, no phone, a life where you could kind of vlog, blog, etc. Physical fitness, good mood, sleep 8 to 12 hours a night, 100% carnivore diet, have a kid, be self-employed and self-motivated, and live the most glorious life possible.